think of, not dwelling. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Ciara and welcome back to my channel. And so today we are back with another weekly reading, and so this is going to be covering the dates of September 30th to October 6th. So we're really talking about the first official week of October here. So that's super exciting. Of course, I busted out the Halloween tarot. You're going to be seeing this tarot a lot in this month, I guarantee that. And so let's just go ahead and hop into what I usually do for these videos, which is starting off with the sort of the collective card pull reading for this week and sort of the energy that we could all like maybe be affected by in this week or even see on more of a global scale. So interesting enough, the bottom of the deck for this week is the Knight of Cups. So that is super interesting. I definitely feel like this week could be a little bit heavier on the subject of love, possibly, or gaining new connections, meeting new people, especially people who have a strong emotional effect on you. You know, being very creatively driven also, and being very focused on certain goals, especially goals that are related to emotional aspects to who you are, or maybe again in more of a global scale. So let's go ahead and also see what else we have here. So we also have the Page of Wands, which has definitely appeared in a couple recent weekly readings I've done for that collective energy. I can't remember which other week it was, but it's been popping up a lot. We also have the Page of Cups here, the Five of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords. I've been seeing these cards a lot, not just necessarily in my own readings, but also from other tarot readers here on YouTube. And so this feels like definitely these energies come up a lot recently, especially in regards to the fall season, which I have a reading which I did with my Pisces twin that sort of covers, you know, some predictions for the overall fall months. If you guys are interested in that, I'll have it linked somewhere. But looking over this, again, I feel a strong emphasis on connections in this week and being aware of maybe conflicting ideas, conflicting opinions within a group, and trying not to get sucked into any sort of fights like that or gossip. I feel like, you know, there with the Queen of Swords here, you know, this could represent possibly a person that some of us could be meeting in this week, or it's this overall energy of, you know, she is sort of a figure that doesn't take any shit from anyone. She is very logical. She's very calculating. In some cases, she could come off as very cold. So I feel like, you know, it's very interesting to have this contrasted with something like the Page of Cups. And we also have the Page of Wands here. So this is really emphasizing a youthful energy in this week. It's emphasizing, you know, new ideas, almost like a new beginning, or like kind of a refreshing kind of like exuberance about something. Because the Page of Wands is usually like that reigniting of a spark of an idea that maybe you had put away for a little bit while and going after again, possibly travel. The Page of Cups, I always say, is like kind of that figure that wears their heart on their sleeve. They're very they're very connected to their emotional side, and then, you know, new ideas creatively, going out there, seeking out love again. You know, it's again, I'm feeling a very refreshing energy here. It's just a matter of being aware of sort of the energies that you're keeping around you in this week. Because again, I see the opportunity here with the bottom of the deck being, you know, the Knight of Cups for some really fantastic connections to come in, maybe even being facilitated by a woman possibly, or just somebody who represents this Queen of Swords energy, possibly an air sign like a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. So a lot of passion here as well. I see strong emphasis on the water and fire elements for this collective. So I think that is everything I'm getting off the cards right now. But let's go ahead now and talk about the piles that we have for this reading. And of course, I will be pulling the charms for each one of the readings, so we'll see how that works out. I might tilt down the camera so you guys can see the charms a little bit better, or we will keep this video completely face forward to the camera. But as far as the piles go, hopefully you guys can see them if I bring them over here. But for pile 1, we have the red carnelian. For pile 2, we have the goldstone. And then for pile 3, we have this bumblebee jasper. I definitely wanted to pick fall-like looking gemstones, crystals for the piles. So again, pile 1 is the red carnelian, pile 2 is the goldstone, and pile 3 is the bumblebee jasper. So definitely take as much time as you guys need, pause the video if need be, really concentrate and pick the pile that is going to help, like you feel is going to help you to clarify more of this week of September 30th to October 6th. And please do remember that these are general readings. There's going to be a lot of messages that can apply to a lot of different people, and so not everything may resonate. And if it doesn't resonate, then please do feel free to pick a different pile, or if the reading just doesn't resonate, then the reading just doesn't resonate, and that is perfectly fine. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into your pile. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with the red carnelian, let's go ahead and, as always, we're going to start by pulling the 3 overall energy kind of cards to represent this week of September 30th to October 6th. So what does pile 1 need to know? Ooh. Okay, what else do they need to know about this week? What energies, messages, pile. All right, so we have our 3 cards. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull the charms. Let's see. Alrighty, so let's see what we got here. So we have the pin, I'm a Dean girl, but I'm Sam Curious from Supernatural. So again, I always take that pin as you maybe have like a couple of different options before you. Maybe you have picked one, but you're still kind of considering other ones at the same time. Like there's multiple options before you. Also, I see that the number 2 might be significant for some of you here with this dice landing on 2. We have the teddy bear, so I feel a lot of warmth here, a lot of comfort. I see you. We also have the wand here, so I always think of this as like the ace of wands, so this is kind of the energy of just do it. I feel like beauty routine for some reason, like skincare, like taking better care of your skin, taking more care into your, you know, your self-care if you're a person, and maybe hidden secrets. Like, I don't know, when I see this, it just makes me think of like when you're at your mom's, like you're in your mom's room or you're at your grandmother's room or whatever, and it's like when you're a kid and you go through like their jewelry box or whatever, like kind of old memories, like going through things and finding like little trinkets that just interest you. Again, kind of like my dog is doing something funny. You know, getting to the core of who you are in this week. I see a kind of like, oh yeah, like a Cinderella transformation here. Again, kind of dolling yourself up for some reason. Again, maybe there's a family event happening because we have this tree, so I see that as sort of family connections, of kind of getting back to your roots. as I was saying, like getting back into your roots, maybe looking at your family lineage. I see we have like the purse charm here. So again, that makes me think about money. Also makes me think of self-care, maybe splurging a little bit. Also, we have the cup here. So it's making me think of the Ace of Cups. So maybe there's a, you know, an offer of love in this week. You even have the silver heart charm here. So we also have the anchor. We have the wheel. So I'm seeing fate. I'm seeing staying grounded. Maybe boats are significant to you for some reason. Clarity about something. Messages coming through. Pay attention for like little synchronicities. Maybe lights out of the corner of your eye. I feel like we also have the bat charm here. So again, seeing in a new way, maybe not so much relying on your eyes, but more on your senses to understand a situation in this week. Partnership is big here. Again, we had that overall energy for the collective, the underlying energy as the Knight of Cups, and I'm sort of feeling a connection here to that. So let's go ahead and look at your 3 cards here. So what we have here is the Knight of Bats, which I believe is the Knight of Swords. Because I believe bats in this deck are swords. It's the air element. And so we also have the 10 of Bats. And then we have the 2 of Pumpkins. So there's that element of the 2 coming back up for you guys already. And so the 2 has a lot to do with balance, again, partnerships, duality. And so again, I see with something like the Knight of Bats here, there could be a person coming in this week, very fast moving energy, possibly an air sign, again, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And oh my God, you have 2 cards that are bats here, and then you had the bat charm. So again, it's really emphasizing you might be seeing a lot of bats, which wouldn't be surprising since we're talking about October, so Halloween, so those might be appearing a lot. I see this week there's might be an ending of some sort, because we have the 10 of Bats, which usually is representing an ending of something that is just a situation you can't, that there's no clean way of sort of avoiding this ending. It's something you just kind of have to face and accept. Because I feel like you have to make a decision in this week. Because we have something like the 2 of Pentacles here, or the 2 of Pumpkins, and you've been juggling something for a while. Again, it was kind of like what I was talking about here. Like, you have choices. Maybe you made one decision, but kind of like, or you're about to make a decision on something, but you're kind of hesitating because you're not sure if it's the right thing for you to do. Because when you make this decision, it's the ending of the other thing. So it's like, this is a big deal kind of for you, I feel like, in this week. And so you have to follow your heart on one level here, but on another, it's like you got to use your logic. You got to use your mind wisely. You got to get to the truth of the matter. There might be, I'm getting the sense of like hidden truths here. You need to find out more information, I feel like, about this before you can finally make that decision, but you need to make the decision soon regardless. So let's also go ahead now and again, kind of like what I was talking about with this shell appearing, it's like getting to the core of the matter. What thing is still hidden from you? What aspect do you still don't quite grasp that is going to help to clear out this decision? Also, I feel like infinity is important here. Maybe the number 8. But let's go ahead now and pull some additional cards. I always pull at least 7 to help clarify this week a little bit more, and maybe the situation you are dealing with here. I feel like maybe something about your dreams are important here. Let's see. Those. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and talk about what we have here. So we have the Nine of Swords. Hopefully that's coming up on camera. And it's so funny because it's like we have the 10, essentially the 10 of Swords, and then we have the 9 of Swords here. And again, I was mentioning dreams. Maybe you're sleeping, maybe your sleep cycle has been really weird lately. I feel like a lot of people are kind of dealing with that right now. And so, and again, you're stressing about this decision that you need to make. Maybe somebody might come in this week that's going to help to really push you to just finally make the choice that you need to. Maybe they're going to have some information, a message for you. We also have the 8 of Pentacles. Look at that. I mentioned the number 8, and now we have an 8 appearing here. And so the 8 of Pentacles has a lot to do with working on your craft. You're still learning. Again, you're still seeking out information here. You still don't have all the pieces of the puzzle yet. And so you need to spend more time working on it. Maybe just holding off and investing more in your work for a time instead of maybe worrying about maybe a relationship or vice versa. Maybe spending more time wherever it is that you're trying to make the decision in your life, whether it's relationship wise, if it's career, if it's family. I feel like it will help you to gain clarity on that situation by taking a break from that and focusing on something completely else. Because again, I feel like there's 2 things here. So what else do we have? We also have the Judgment card here. So I feel like maybe through your dreams, you're going to be seeing you're going to be getting past life memories. Maybe this has to do with past life karma that you're working through, and you might be having a lot of visions like that. Maybe there's a past life connection coming in, or this situation has to do with a past life connection in this week. It's also the first major arcana to be appearing here, so that is an important energy for this week. Speaking of that, we have another major arcana with the Emperor. So again, this is also about claiming your power. This is a masculine energy as well. And so it's focused, I'm getting focused intention on goals. You might also want to seek out an older masculine figure in your life to ask for guidance, for help on figuring out this situation. Oh my God. We have another 8 appearing. I told you guys, I felt like the number 8 is going to be important for you guys in this week. Maybe you've been seeing a lot of 8s. And so this is the 8 of Chalices. You're moving away from something. It's always, I feel like the 8 of Chalices has to do with a situation where it's like, from the outside to other people, it seems like your situation, especially the situation you're thinking about, is very good. And like, why would you want to walk away from that? But it's like there's a higher soul calling here. You have to move away from something in order to learn more or to discover more about yourself and your purpose, which requires sacrifice of leaving whatever it is you already are. I'm feeling a strong connection between these 2 8s. Excuse me. Between these 2 8s. So there's something about learning here. Higher knowledge. Let's see what else we have here. We have another major arcana. We have the Death card here. So, in fact, at the end of October, we're going to be going into Scorpio season. And this is a Scorpio energy. Again, this is all about rebirth. It's about the ending of a certain cycle in your life and finally closing that up. Again, I feel like this has a strong connection to some sort of past life karma that you're clearing up. And I think in this week, you're going to get a lot of clarity, or you're going to find a solution to how to, again, release this karma or this situation and finally move away from it to rebirth yourself. And then, wow, we have the 6 of Swords, so more sword energy here. And this is, again, a very similar kind of tale to the 8 of Cups as well. It's like making the decision to move away from something that is no longer serving you. And it's like, you see, it's a losing battle. It's like this burning house here in the card. It's like they can't stop it from burning now. And so it's just like they're going to take whatever is necessary from that and move into the future, move into the unknown without again, not knowing where you're moving to, but just trusting that the universe is going to have your back and the unknown is not going to be a scary thing. Again, it's kind of, I feel a connection to the death card here with that. And finally, are you kidding me? Your last card here, the extra card that I felt like was needing to come out, is the Ace of Wands. And look at that. The one of the charms that came up for you is literally the wand. And I was talking about this. So yes, this is a week that has a lot to do with endings and new beginnings for you. And so I feel like it's a new beginning that has to do with your creativity, your passions, your sensuality, your sexuality, even. Maybe for some of you, you're coming out in this week. I was hearing if you're part of like the LGBTQ community, maybe there's something to do with that. Or this is just about, again, I'm getting the sense of spirituality, even. Like maybe that's what kind of the Emperor here is representing. You know, I feel like this is not just necessarily somebody who is very achieved, like career wise, but they could be somebody who is very knowledgeable about some spiritual aspect that you are interested in. And maybe you're kind of surprised by that. Maybe somebody tells you, because it's not something that they generally show to the public or to most people. It's something that they kind of keep to themselves, but they're very knowledgeable about it. They have a lot of power in it, and somebody else might tell you about it, or this could be kind of related to this Knight of Swords. So that is what I'm getting right there from your cards. So let's now go ahead and talk about your oracle cards. See what else. Oh my god. So the first thing we have here is fire. Are you kidding me? We're talking about the Ace of Wands here, which is a fire energy. And also the Emperor is an Aries. So reckless actions lead to conflict is the message here. So this is just a warning to, be careful about, I feel like the words you speak. I feel like this is kind of related to that Knight of Bats here and the Knight of Swords, because he kind of comes off as out of the Knights as kind of a reckless figure. He can be reckless because he just charges in to the situation, into the battle with like complete abandon. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but like essentially he just dives in. He kind of shoots first, asks questions later kind of energy. We also have the Spider. Be meticulous and patient. And it's funny, whenever the Spider comes up, especially since we have something like the Eight of Pentacles here, because in a couple different tarot decks that I have, the artists, the creators of the deck decided to, interpret the image for the Eight of Pentacles as a spider, as weaving, again, of learning, building your web, building your foundation more. So I find that very interesting. Again, being meticulous and patient, you have to be aware of, again, all the details here. You can't just, don't be reckless into this, making a decision. Get all the facts first and be patient. There's no need to rush this process. It will happen in the right timing for you. Then we have the Harley Quinn with true feelings are masked. So maybe you or another person around you, again, is hiding something. The truth isn't completely out into the open. And whether that's like an inner truth that you need to finally let loose and reveal about yourself in order to take that next step forward, or it's somebody else's feelings that are being masked here. That's not necessarily to say that it's something malicious in any way. I mean, it just depends on your own situation and kind of how it works out for you. Excuse me. Whatever these feelings are, it just, again, it depends on your personal situation and who it might be applying to. So we also have, you guys have two animal spirits to help you in this week. And so we have card 52 with the Scarab Beetle spirit. Magic works through you. So again, that makes me think of Egypt. So maybe this past life karma has to do something with Egypt. Maybe you resonate with that, maybe you don't. Either way, it's like magic works through you. Stop stressing, stop worrying, and just trust and work more on your magic, work more on your passion, work more on yourself. I feel like, spend that time to connect, Maybe working with the element of fire is going to help you. Maybe candles, like doing candle magic, is going to help you. Co-create with the universe, because you have a magical ability. You might have psychic powers, and you kind of need to take a spiritual journey in order to learn more about that. Again, rebirth here. We also have, see, I don't look at the cards before I start filming, and holy crap, we have card 25 here, and it's Elephant Spirit saying, learn from the past. Again, what have I been talking about this whole entire reading, especially when Judgment appeared? It's like, there might be a situation this week that has to do with maybe it's not necessarily past life karma, maybe it's this life's karma, maybe it has to do with an ex situation, and it's just a message of, don't repeat the same mistakes from the past. Learn from what has happened in the past. Don't be, again, reckless, and don't beat yourself up because you made a mistake in the past or you made the wrong choice. Again, you're at a crossroads right now, and I feel like you're worried about making the same mistake again. Well, if you're aware of that, and you go back and you think about that thing that you did in the past, and you're just like, okay, and be really honest with yourself, like, what choices did I make in this situation that led to this result, and like, who did I allow in to have this happen, and kind of make a mental checklist of like, okay, it was this, and this. Okay, now let me look at this situation. Do I actually honestly see the same patterns happening again? If I don't, then what am I stressing out so much about? I feel like that's kind of going on there. And so for the crystal and the archangel that might be helping you in this week, we have Archangel Jophiel, which is saying, I activate and embrace divine love. My emotions are balanced. Again, emphasize on that too, and the Two of Pentacles here. I am clear and joyful. I am compassionate, wise, and tolerant. The qualities of unconditional love, mercy, and understanding emanate from my being. And so the crystal here is, it's a type of calcite. I'm not exactly sure how to say the first part. Cobalaton calcite? I've never heard of this. I love calcite. It's one of my favorite crystals. I need to find this. So there you go. And so what this crystal is talking about, are you in love? Are you craving health and feelings of well-being? Become a conduit for allowing heaven and earth to meet at your center. It's time to acknowledge the essence of the divine love in you. Take the time to nurture yourself. Imagine yourself in the arms of the Divine Mother. So again, that's like what I was talking about when I was looking at your charms. I even mentioned mother. I mentioned like grandmother. Maybe you should, if you haven't talked to your mother or a grandmother figure or just a woman that you feel a motherly energy from, maybe you should make a call to them. Maybe you should reach out and talk to them. Maybe they can help give you some guidance on this situation. Or maybe a father figure, again, with that Emperor. And so, again, it's going back to what I was saying when I was looking at your charm of like nurturing yourself. You're going through a transformation. And so finally, the last card we have here is the Direction Guardian. Choose your path. Again, you have all the pieces. You have all the ability to make this choice. It's just a matter of you finally kind of removing, I feel, the veil and finding that last piece of the truth. Maybe that truth, again, is in you and you kind of have to come to face to it. Maybe this is almost like a working with the shadow self kind of situation. But again, choose your path. I feel like you're not going to make the same mistakes from the past again, or even the same things from the past life. As long as, again, you're aware, you work with that, and you do that healing work. And then you just choose the path you want to go down. What is it you truly want, I feel like? Get honest with yourself in this week, I feel like. So yes, I think that is everything that I'm seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Even come back later in the week if you would like to review this video. Tell me how it's going, how it resonates then. And of course, if you'd like to help and support the channel in any way, I always have links down in the description for that, as well as links to my Instagram and a link to all the decks that I use here in my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful... For those of you who picked pile 2 with the gold stone here, let's go ahead and start as always by pulling your 3 overall tarot cards for this week. Let's see what you guys need to know for the week of September 30th to October 6th. What does my group 2s need to know for this week? What is their message? What is their message? Okay. Okay. Well. All right. Oops. All right, so we have our 3 cards. Let's go ahead now and pull your charms. Let's see. All right. So we have some additional messages. How appropriate. We have, this is my Halloween costume. So again, I always take that pin as meaning like really just owning your authentic self. Just let it all fly free. Don't hold back for anybody or dim your light for anybody. Just be completely you. We also have the message of good news will come to you from far away. We also have a pleasant surprise is in store for you. Everlasting impact with compassion and kindness is called love. Appreciate yourself and honor your soul. Again, appreciate yourself, honor yourself, be yourself. And so we also have, what is this one? Innocence in time once lost can never be regained. The numbers are 7, 18, 27, 31, 38, or 41. I always take that as meaning not to dwell on the past, because you can't go back to the past. So keep moving forward and just learn. Keep in mind, like, okay, that's what I experienced in the past. That's what happened. I've learned from it. I can move forward. Let's see what else. So it's funny. We had that good news will come from far away, and we have this cap, which is, it's a Guinness cap, but it has the harp on it, as well as foreign extra stout. So it's, again, I take this as literally somebody foreign, a foreign situation to you. Again, obviously there might be communication from foreign lands in this week. Maybe you're going to be talking to somebody on like social media who is in a completely different country from you, and you're going to be learning a lot about that. Maybe you are a musician, maybe you play music, and maybe you're going to be like traveling somewhere else to play, someplace that's different. We also have, speaking of that, we have the little Eiffel Tower here. So again, this could be referencing maybe you're traveling to Paris, maybe you're traveling to a foreign place, or you're gaining a higher perspective over something. You're seeing a bigger picture here. We have the wheel. So again, this makes me think of fate. This, again, is making me think of travel here. We have the little baby deer. So innocence, getting started, kind of like your first steps are wobbly, but then you pick it up really fast. So maybe you're starting something new in this week in that regards. We also have the owl. Oh, wow. We have 2 owl charms here. So emphasis on wisdom, on insight, on the mystical, kind of high priestess related energy, the moon energy, playfulness, intelligence with the dolphin, connection to the stars, I feel like. We also have the little shoe here, so I always take this as like a Cinderella story, so transformation possibly, enjoyment. Also, we have the dice, and it was interesting because they both landed on the side, like the side that was facing up was 4, so the 2 4s, 4 4 4, maybe the number 8 is significant here, but again, taking a chance on something. We also have the message of choose happy. Again, choose your own happiness. Don't settle for less or something that just doesn't resonate with you. Again, use your voice. Speak up. Speak loud. Because you're unique. You have your own facets that are just yours alone. you have a very clear heart center. I feel like you need to embrace that and really shine bright. Again, you are a star, I feel like, is kind of the message here. You're very talented, I'm getting the sense of. So let's go ahead now and also look at your tarot cards that we have here. So I knew that card was going to come up again. Wow. So we have the Emperor. So this is all about power, responsibility. It's the Aries element, strength, being very focused on your goals, really putting all the pieces together, but understanding that, the Emperor knows that he can't do everything himself. He knows how to delegate power, delegate responsibilities, and knows when to ask for help because he's wise in that way. He's in control in that way. He knows when he can't do something on his own. We also have the Page of Pumpkins, which is essentially the Page of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Pumpkins. So big emphasis here on the earth energy. So maybe earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and I see career. Yeah, again, career is really important. I feel like maybe you guys might travel for your career in this week or something, or maybe you're starting something new career-wise. Maybe you're starting a new side hustle that's going to really make you very happy, very fulfilled. Also with the 10 of Pumpkins, that has to do with family, family inheritance, family business perhaps. Also the Page of Pumpkins, it's like you're still learning. Like the Page of Pentacles, they're always seeking out more knowledge. They're very organized in that way. And again, it's that youthful energy. Again, it's starting something new here. Okay, I want to go ahead now and pull the 7 additional cards to help and clarify this week for you. Let's see what else the cards have to say for you guys in this week. What else does Group 2 need to know about this week of September 30th to October 6th? What is the message here? Ooh. Okay. Okay. I just feel like that one for some reason. All right. So let's see what we got here. We have we have another major arcana coming out here. So, and it is the Magician. This is all about power. This is action. Again, it's relating back to that masculine energy of taking action and you have all the tools you need. You can master all the elements to create exactly what you want. And so this is all about taking the idea and putting it out into the world, taking those steps, making it manifest for you. We also have the three of chalices. So this is, a water element. It has to do with connections, with friendships, enjoyment, going out and celebrating with friends, reconnecting to old friends, I feel like, and maybe even partnerships in that way. Like they might help you with something. Maybe somebody, I'm getting the sense like maybe one of your friends who you knew like in school or something, you reconnect with, and like they work in PR or management or advertisement or something, and they're giving you a lot of tips. They want to help you. It's like, I don't know, that's very specific, so that might not resonate for everybody. Maybe like an agent of some sort. Like I'm getting a sense like that. It's we also have another major arcana for you guys. We have the Star. This is beautiful. This is rejuvenation. It's healing. It's dreams coming true here. It is miracles. It is connection to your guides, to the stars, to spirits. Also, whenever the star appears, I have to mention starseed. Maybe you are a starseed, earth angel, something like that, light worker. But I feel like there's a sign coming. There's an opportunity coming, and it's going to help you create something beautiful. We also have, oh my God, see, I was talking about partnerships, and we have the 2 of Cups as well. So yes, this is directly really emphasizing a one-on-one partnership with somebody else. And it could relate to business, it could relate to friendships, or it could relate to a love interest, a partnership in that way, like love at first sight, that just automatic bond. But still working on it, like still nurturing it with that water, with that cup energy, but really sharing that connection here. We also have the Four of Cups. There's a lot of cup energy here for the minor arcanas, as well as the earth elements. So maybe you have a lot of water and earth in your chart. Maybe those are dominant elements. But with the Four of Cups, again, that's usually, I feel like you're bored with the day-to-day stuff you've been doing. Like, I feel like maybe you're working one job, and again, you're going to be starting a side hustle that's like the real opportunity, the real dream that you have, and you're finally going to just turn and see that opportunity. There's something like that happening here. Wow, we have another pentacle appearing with the Elder of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles. So again, maybe somebody who is very knowledgeable about like the career aspect that you're thinking about, business, knows how to plan, manage, again, goals, kind of relating back to that Emperor, and stable, earthy, enjoys luxury and comforts, I feel like. We also have the Ten of Wands. So yeah, you've been working really hard, and now it's time to ask for help. It's time to, again, delegate responsibilities, delegate, ask for help, spread the work around so that you are not spread thin. You can't help other people if you can't, have the time to do that, I feel like. Maybe this is related to school projects as well. Maybe you're going to be put into a situation where you're like the team leader, or again, this could happen at a work situation, and it's like you try to do everything yourself. That's kind of like an earth energy as well, and also kind of like a water element as well, because water elements want to take on, and heal other people, be that emotional rock for other people, and sometimes take on too much of that energy of another person. I feel like that's kind of related to this Ten of Wands. We have the Initiate of Chalices, which is the Queen of Cups. So again, I totally was getting the earth, water sign, again, being very nurturing, maybe having psychic abilities. And again, you really want to nurture other people and heal them. Maybe you are a healer of some sort. And it's that dreamy energy with the Queen of Cups. Again, I feel like you need to cleanse your energy a little bit, because I feel like maybe you've taken on too much of other people's baggage. You need to kind of sift through and figure out, okay, like, this is my baggage, but this is not, and maybe I need to take a break from dealing with other people so that I can focus on what I want to achieve. And like, we have Temperance here, another major arcana, and again, this has to do with balance, with rejuvenation. This is a Sagittarius energy, so getting to the truth of the matter. And I feel like, again, this is kind of related to magic. It's the infinity symbol reappearing here again, because that's related to the Magician as well. So really claiming your power, using your power too to manifest. Be very aware of the thoughts that you think. Again, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here to work with other people, to gain a partnership, or even a love interest possibly. But again, I feel like there's a stronger focus here on career. So let's go ahead now and also look at your oracle cards. And so what do we have here? We have the Green Man. So this is the forces of nature favor you. So I feel like this is a message to get out in nature more, maybe work with nature elements, maybe delving into like green witch kind of practices here. Communication with trees, perhaps? We also have the Dragon, strength and wisdom. So again, I feel like maybe this could be relating to somebody who is born in the year of the dragon, who you might meet, who might be helpful to you. I also feel like this is just about, again, reclaiming your power, being strong and using wisdom, your innate wisdom, and creating a legacy for yourself, like building up your hoard of treasure in a sense. Not, Um, we also have card for your animal spirit. We have card 41 with the Nightingale spirit. That's saying love is all around. So again, I'm feeling that's the emphasis on possibility a love interest in this week. Or just having more self-love. I'm getting a stronger sense from this, looking at the image of music, of musician, of singing, of song, and expressing yourself in that way. That's what I'm really getting off that card. Love is all around. There's people who you can rely on, who can help you. You don't need to do all the work yourself again. And so for the crystals, as well as archangels that might be around you in this week helping you, we have Archangel Ariel, which is saying, my light shines brightly. I am self-confident and recognize my value and worth. Other people also recognize my value and worth. I shine the light of compassion, kindness, and love from my heart. Totally reiterates essentially what I'm seeing here for your cards. And the stone to use is a sunstone. And so it says, have you been feeling down in the dumps? Do you need some enthusiasm? This is a time of prosperity and purpose. Step into your power and be all that you are meant to be. You are aligned with the magnificence and the courage to show your splendor. Again, showing your authentic self, reclaiming your power. I feel like this is very much related to your sacral, your solar plexus chakra as well. And so the other archangel we have here is Archangel Sandalphon, which is saying, I'm aligned with the 4 elements and the 4 directions. I'm so sorry, guys. My camera decided to completely cut out right when I was closing up your reading, and I'm so bummed because totally missed my reaction to what happened when I was talking about Archangel Sandalphon here. So, it was talking about, you are aligned with the 4 elements and the 4 directions, which I related to the magician here. I am a conduit for healing Mother Earth. Protective energies always keep me safe. I receive spiritual insight to easily resolve problems. I know I'm connected with all life. Now, what's really crazy is when I turned it around to talk about the stone here, which is andesite. And so what it says is, are you in search of a deeper spiritual connection? Very much related to the star energy that we had here. Go outdoors and commune with nature. Listen to the messages being communicated to you by the trees, plants, and animals. When I read that, when I was sadly the camera cut out, so you missed it. I literally dropped the card because I just could not believe it. Because when I was talking about this card earlier in your reading, it's like I was talking about you needed to commune with nature. That's what I was feeling from this card. And then I was like, communicate with trees, commune with trees. And I was kind of like, that's a weird thing to say. I mean, it's not like weird, like, it's not weird in that way. It's just like kind of a weird thing to just pop into my mind. And literally verbatim, that's what this card is talking about. I could not believe it. It was so wild. So it says, spend some time in a garden or the woods. Put your attention to your alignment with Mother Earth. Again, there was so much earth energy here with the pentacles. And so, yeah, that was so wild to turn around and see that. I'm so bummed the camera cut out so you guys couldn't see my initial reaction to it because it was just so funny, I'm sure. And then what's even more funny is that your last card here for your oracle is Sage. And literally, he's sitting underneath a tree. So again, emphasis on you guys should definitely connect with a tree. Commune with the trees. And the Sage is saying to be devoted and committed. And so what I really was coming out to this is obviously be devoted and committed to yourself, to your goals, your aspirations, who you truly want to be, what you truly love. And he's writing on a leaf in this image. And so it made me go back to, maybe you're writing songs, you're writing music, or you're just writing in general. You're writing poetry, you're writing stories. I feel like this is a strong energy for this group. Creative expression in that way. Maybe the peacock is also significant for you, but I'm so bummed that the camera cut out because that was so funny. I love when that stuff happens, when it's just like crazy synchronicities. Literally, something I was saying early on in the reading comes up in the cards because I don't look at them before I do the reading, and it's just like, because I like to be surprised. I like those moments. I'm just like, it's also like validation of like, okay, I am reading this totally correctly because it's like, the signs are there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video, if it resonated, please do comment down below. If you'd like to help and support the channel in any way, I have links to that as well as to my Instagram if you'd like to follow me there as well. I also have a Twitter. And so, yeah, if you're curious about any of the decks that I use in my videos, there's always a link in the description for that as well. And so, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked the third and final group with the Bumblebee Jasper, let's go ahead and start, as always, by pulling your 3 overall cards for this week of September 30th to October 6th. So, what is it? Okay. What is it my group 3s need to know about this week? What is the message? What do they need to know for this week? All right. And so now let's go ahead and pull your charms as well. Group 3. Okay. So we have some additional messages here. A pleasant surprise is in store for you. Your potential self is infinite. We also have innocence in time once lost can never be regained. 7, 18, 27, 31, and 38, and 41 are the numbers here. So again, when I see that message, it always makes me think of not dwelling. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. Not lying. So essentially what happened, I'm going to totally leave this in because that was just super weird. I have like a jar sitting on my like vanity drawer, chest of drawers over here. And it's like, it's close to the edge, but it's literally been sitting there for so many months, over a couple of years, and it's never fallen. And in fact, there's like stuff kind of like close by there that even it, I don't know. I mean, the washing machine was running, which generally like shakes things, so it's like maybe I haven't noticed and maybe it was going. I mean, that was okay. It wasn't just like, oh, it just like fell over. Like that seemed like it violently fell. That was nuts. Like, let's get back to your reading now, because that is. Anyway, as I was saying, it's like, what was the message? Innocence and time once lost can never be regained. Again, I always take that as not dwelling on the past, and I'm gonna be like looking over there like the rest of this video. I'm sorry. You know, not dwelling on the past, but like, you know, learning from it and understanding like you can't go back and change what happened, and so you just keep moving forward. With that said, let's go ahead and look at the rest of the stuff. So we have this charm, this pin. It is the Supernatural. It's from Supernatural, but it's like totally protection for you guys. We also have this shell, which I take as the strength, you know, having courage. We also have a coin here, so I'm thinking about, you know, stability, money coming in. Also, we have this shell, which I always take as needing probably to do a little bit more work on your shadow self. Again, don't dwell on the negative here. We also have 2 zodiac sign charms here. So we have Scorpio with passionate, and we have Aquarius with friendly. So those might represent signs in your natal chart, or maybe people you're dealing with, or just qualities that you have, like friendly and passionate. Also, this could be a symbol of the coming Scorpio season, which happens towards the end of October here, and I'm like still like shaking from that thing that just happened. We have the ivory charm, so I'm thinking about history, I'm thinking about the past, you know, seeing new insights, like really getting into your mind. We have the coat hanger, so maybe doing a little bit more self-care, maybe splurging a little bit, changing up your wardrobe. I see your root chakra is very important. Again, the past is kind of echoed here. Uncorking yourself, finding the truth of who you are, protecting your energy, but also enjoyment, transformation with the butterfly, hope with the bird. Maybe cats are important, or maybe your childhood. I'm getting a sense of that. The playful energy and wisdom of the dolphin. Let's go ahead now and look at your cards. So what do we have here? So we have the World cards, which is a major arcana. So this is completion. It is cycles. It's the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one, celebration, enjoyment. It's the world. And also it relates to Scorpio as well, because then look, we even have a scorpion right there. So maybe a lot of you who picked this are Scorpios. Oh my god, that is so funny. In the artwork of this card, there's a little inscription on the tree branches, and it says, oh please let me pronounce this right, Nidhogg was here, which is it's from Norse mythology. It's the I believe it's like a dragon that's at the base of Yggdrasil, and it like eats at the bark, it eats at the roots of the tree. And so that's pretty funny. Again, this is relating back to the world tree, maybe your roots, your past, also your future in a way. So we also have the Two of Imps, which is like the Two of Wands. So again, trying to make a decision about something. The world is your oyster. No decision that you make is going to be bad for you, because no matter what, you're going to learn something, and something positive can come about from it. And then we have the Ace of Pumpkins. So we had that coin here in your charm. So yeah, I see opportunity being presented to you. I see, financial abundance coming, abundance in all kind of aspects of your life, stability, and of course, but it's not going to necessarily happen overnight. You still have to put in the work, you still have to put in the journey, but it's on its way. It's coming. It's a new beginning happening here. It's the completion. It's the world before you. And again, just trust in this slow moving energy. It just takes time. It's all going to come together. And so finally, let's go ahead and get into pulling the 7 additional cards for you to add more clarity to this week for you. And so let's go ahead and see what's going on for my group 3s. What do we got going on here? What else do you guys need to know? What else do you guys need to know for this week? And I feel like there's just one more card. Where is it? For my group 3s. What is the last card that you guys need? Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So we have the 7 of Wands. So I take this as kind of one of two ways for you guys. So either you need to have your defenses up, you need to really stand up for your beliefs, for your stance on things, what it is you want to achieve, where you want to move forward. But at the same time, it's like, don't have your defenses so up that you can't accept help or guidance from somebody else who really wants to help you here, I feel like, is what I get off that card in this particular deck. We also have the Initiate of Wands, a lot of wand energy here, so a lot of fire element. And so with the Initiate of Wands, this is like the Queen of Wands. So it is charisma. It is magnetic energy that people are just attracted to you like moths to a flame. And so you'll embrace your sensuality, who you are, your creativity, your passions. So I was talking about with your shell here that this is the one that I always take as being strength. And well, strength of the Emperor here usually is how I interpret this, but for some reason for you guys, it was strength. And look, we literally have the Strength card, another major arcana here. So yes, that was what was meant to be said for that shell. And so with strength, it's all about, again, courage, bravery, but gentleness at the same time. You know, this maiden in this card and in the traditional tarot, it's like she doesn't tame the lion through force or aggression. they do it through mutual understanding, by opening up and being vulnerable. So I feel like maybe that's something you guys need to do more. Maybe you've had your defenses up for too long, and it's time to be vulnerable and welcome in experiences from the world here. And so we also have the sun, a lot of major arcana. So sun, joy, prosperity, abundance. It's all coming in. Again, it just takes time. We have that Ace of Pentacles here. And so we also have, look at that, such duality right here. And again, you had the two, which is all about duality. We have the moon card as well as the sun. So it's a balance. It's connecting to the masculine and the feminine. And with the moon, it's removing the illusions, doing that self-discovery. Again, maybe working more on your shadow self. We also have the magician. So again, that's talking about the infinity symbol here of, you know, the cycles coming through, and you have all the skills, you have all the things that you need in order to achieve what you want. I just feel like it's a matter of opening up to receive it a little bit more for you guys who picked this pile in this week. And so we also have the Seven of Chalices. So again, this is another very dreamy, imaginative kind of card. And so you need to meditate more. Again, maybe working with the shadow self and really weighing through the options that you have, because none of them are going to lead you astray. I feel like you have a lot of different ideas in your mind right now. We also have, so you have the Seven of Wands, and now we have the Eight of Wands. Communication is coming through. Opportunities are coming through, and they're going to move in fast. You know, I feel like this is spiritual guidance as well. Maybe your guides, maybe spirits, your ancestors are going to be communicating through you through signs and synchronicities. So keep your eyes out for that. And then we have the Four of Chalices, another Cups energy. And again, this is the opportunity is there. It's coming, it's happening, it's being manifested. So have gratitude for the cups that you already have, and don't second guess yourself. Don't feel bored, don't feel dissatisfied, because you always have choices. You can always change your current state by, again, just changing your mindset. I feel like it here. Really interesting. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking very fast for your reading or for something, but it's like I feel like it's really coming through, and that's kind of the energy you're moving towards. I feel like there's fast movement here. It's so weird. It's like there's fast movement in the moment, like things are really happening, but it's like because it's all moving towards this. Like it's, even though that's like an earth element, it's slow, but there's like lots of faster little pieces that are happening now, and you're gonna realize they're gonna start coming up more and more, and it's gonna tell you like what you've been manifesting, what you've been hoping for. It's on the way. It definitely is. And just keep focused on your goals. Keep your eyes out. Be open, be kind, but be strong. Don't be a doormat, because you don't have to be. That's not what strength's about. You can be vulnerable and be strong. Okay, let's go ahead now and talk about your oracle cards and see what they have to say. Are you kidding me? So we have the Hourglass. Time is of the essence. So again, I don't look at the cards before I pull them, so this is pretty interesting. Again, I'm talking about time a lot with your reading. Things are moving, you know, time is of the essence. So I feel like for some things, it's like you need to make decisions now. You need to make decisions about what direction you're going in. And for other things, it's going to take time. But they're coming. Again, I keep repeating that. We also have the Shield. You are safe from harm. So again, protecting your energy. Which you're very good at doing that, I think, because again, we have that Seven of Wands, but at the same time, it's like, don't put your shields up so far, like so high, so thick that you can't realize which people who are knocking at that shield or that door that are sort of like the negative people that you don't want to let in versus the ones that are really positive and want to help you. So again, it's like you want to have that shield up, you want to protect your energy, but at the same time, you need to have like a peephole, like a little window that you're able to look through, that you're able to engage through that shield. so that you can feel out like, okay, this person I can let in because they want to help me. And oh my god, I don't think I've ever pulled this card from this deck, but again, we had the Pentacles, so I mentioned the Earth energy, and look, we have Earth with Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Exactly. It's like, you know, I think like you have all the knowledge you need. Again, especially with that Magician, it's just a matter of, again, I feel like making room to make that window through the door so that you can see and again use your logic and look for the signs better. We also have the King, authority and diplomacy. So what I'm for some of you this might resonate, like this opportunity, this thing that's coming through with this Ace of Pumpkins or the Ace of Pentacles here, it's a person, and I feel like they're an earth sign. I feel like they're a Capricorn, they're a Taurus, or they're a Virgo, or they just have that energy dominant in their chart somewhere, the earth element, and they're going to be very helpful to you because they're king energy. They have a lot of wisdom. They know what you need to know. They have that authority. They have that diplomacy. That's maybe what you need to, I feel like you do have a good authority over yourself and your situation, almost to the extent of, again, maybe being too shielded, being too, again, closed off maybe. And so it's about maybe engaging more for you guys in this week with diplomacy, with, again, kind of opening up a little window so that you can reach your hand out and kind of, you know, feel out the situation. Again, I keep repeating that. So let's go ahead and talk about the animal spirits that you have here that might be helping you in this week. And so we have Buffalo Spirit with the abundant universe will provide. Will it ever? Because you have the Ace of Pentacles, and like, oh my god, I'm so, again, I got so distracted at the beginning of your reading that some things are like finally hitting me, like, oh crap. You get the Sun card and you have the Ace of Pentacles, and so next to the Sun, it's like the Ace of Pentacles is like one of the other fantastic best cards to get out of the tarot, because it kind of reiterates this energy of just abundance, of joy, of just everything coming through, and it's going to be long lasting. It's stable. It's like really good. It's what you want. It's not something shallow. It's not something that's going to only last for a short time. Like, this is real, true, long lasting abundance here. And so then you have the Buffalo Spirit. That's literally the abundant universe will provide. They are providing, because again, if you take the steps to open up to the world and send out and manifest, tell the universe what it is you want to manifest, and then take the actual physical steps to do it, and the world will come to you. The universe will bring those things about to you. And so also it's like the Buffalo Spirit, and just the buffalo in general, because this particular card talks about, you know, Native American tribes who relied a lot on the buffalo, and they did not waste any part of it. They used the hide, they used the bones, they used the meat, they used everything from the animal, because they really, there was that mutual respect and honoring it and not letting anything go to waste. And so I feel like that's another part of the energy here that's important for you. And so the other animal spirit we have here is Moth Spirit. And I was kind of mentioning the moth with the Initiate of Wands, or the Queen of Wands, because it's like moth to a flame. And so particularly with this, it's talking about surrender now. So again, just surrender the defenses, I feel like, or at least the one, like, I've already repeated again. You know what I mean when I'm referring to it with that. Also, it's referring to not being obsessive with the moth spirit. It's about, you know, maybe pursuing something so hard, whether it's a career thing, whether it's a relationship, with such tenacity that it's almost like too much. It's like an obsession, it's overwhelming, and it's almost becomes an addiction in that way. So kind of being aware of maybe aspects for some of you where you're trying to pursue something so hard that you're trying to force it to happen, when again, time, everything has the divine timing, the right time for it to manifest, and so you can't necessarily force it to happen. So moving into the archangels that might be around you, helping you in this week, we have Archangel Chamuel with Unconditional love is mine today and always. Every cell in my being vibrates at the rate of love. I feel good, I am happy, I am grateful. The energy of my own loving vibration nurtures my thoughts and feelings, very sun-like energy. And so this is the stone of pink tourmaline. So do you treat yourself well? What kind of self-talk is going on in your mind? That's really important, especially if you want to manifest something. Make sure that you're not having a negative self-talk happening, because that's what you'll end up manifesting. So pay attention to how well you treat yourself. Be aware of your inner chatter and make changes toward love. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. It is time to awaken your consciousness and focus on love for yourself. And so then we have Archangel Michael, who I just knew at the beginning of this reading was like, he's gonna pop up for somebody here. He always does. I'm just like, oh, Michael. I'm always safe and protected. My business is a great success, and endures all economic cycles with ease. It is easy for me to remove obstacles from my path. I'm able to handle challenges, and the stone here is black onyx. So, are you trying to reach a goal and keep getting pulled off course? Maintain your focus, identify and release distractions, keeping you from moving forward. Visualize your future. Know that you can easily work through any issues that may arise. Success is yours. Again, Ace of Pentacles here. It is. It totally is. So again, I feel like you guys are a very strong manifesting group. So really, the words you say to yourself, the images you visualize have a lot to do about what appears in your physical reality. So just be aware of that. And again, you're protected. You can release some of the shields down that you've put up yourself, because you have, Archangel Michael here to help, spiritually with some shields that you guys need. So I feel like with that, it's more like physical shields. Again, that might not resonate for everybody, but I feel like there is kind of an issue there with that for you guys, and that you need to work through in this week. So we also have, for the final cards here, we have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. So again, you have a lot of inner knowing, a lot of spiritual gifts, I feel like, and you can be a really strong healer for other people. Maybe you'll even meet a healer of some sort who will be very... will have a lot of guidance for you, clearly, because the next card we have is Great Teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Learn from spiritual experiences. Maybe for some of you, it's like you have had some crazy spiritual encounters, like literally like in your physical reality, and it's made you kind of apprehensive maybe to it, and it's like sometimes it freaks you out, and that's perfectly fun because it is freaky and whatnot, but you can learn a lot from that. There's a reason why you're connected to those sort of things, because it's part of your purpose here. It's part of your path. So yes, that is what I'm seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Definitely comment down below what you thought about that jar flying off my freaking shelf over here. Like, I still can't get over that. I'm probably gonna cut up this video and post that little bit over on my Instagram, because what's going on, dude? Okay, anyway, there's always links down in the description if you'd like to help and support the channel. You check me out on Instagram. Also, if you're curious about any of the decks I'm using, there's always a link there as well. And so, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.